Section 4, WPF, creating the WPF application. What are we going to learn in this video? Well, we'll start a new WPF Windows presentation form. We'll look at XAML and what markup is, and we'll also talk a little bit about that graphic user interface, the GUI. Let's open Visual Studios. Okay, now that we've opened up Visual Studios 2019 Community Version, we're going to create a new project. Now, we've been creating a lot of one kind of project, but we're going to create another kind of project. So I'm going to click in here and I'm going to put in WPF. And this will probably be the first time you're looking for it. I know I've got it right here, but just to show you a quick way to find it, we want WPF app.NET Core. This is the Windows Presentation Foundation or Window Presentation Form, or a lot of times better known as a desktop application. And so we're going to go in here and get that one and say next. And when we get here, I want to change the name. I want to change the name to SDK and sample, just as a way to separate it from some of the others. So now it's going to go ahead and begin to build this for us and put our file structure together for us. And notice this is a very different looking application. It's different looking over here in the Solution Explorer. It's also different over here. This main window that we see here is in our designer view. And this is our GUI. This is what our project will look like to our clients, to our users who are using our application. Now, the way this is generated is through XAML. That is the code that is right down here. If I double click this, it will show me just the XAML version. There it is. And so this is the version of XAML. Notice it's got some stuff up here that looks a little different, but down here it looks a lot like how HTML might be put together. That is how that graphic window that we were just looking at is generated by Visual Studios. So if we come in here and we make a change in this, it will make a change in how that window looks over there. And we can go back to that, just come straight down here and click on Design, and we are back to our main window. So you can click back and forth, or you can look at both of these windows at the same time. We're going to look at it like this for right now, and we're going to make a few changes. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to come back here and I'm going to click on that XAML button again. I'm going to make a little change to this code. And what I want to do, I want to show you how I can alter it to do some of the things we're used to with Windows. So I'm going to paste this in. This is just some code here. Title equals window with button, width equals 350, height 200. Button name is button. It's going to say click me and button. Okay, so I want to save that. I want to come up here and build the solution. It says, hey, it succeeded. See, that's right down here. It succeeded, so we're okay there. So if I come up and click this to run it, notice that does not say IIS Express like we've been seeing. Here is our window, and it is just one big button right now. So we can click this really truthfully all we wanted to all day long, and it would do nothing because, of course, we have not added any code for it to do. So there's nothing for it to do. Let's just leave that there for a second. So if I was to come in here and make a change, let's say I said 500 and this was 300, and I went back here, notice my button has changed as I changed the code. So I can hot load this and actually look at, as I'm putting this in, how it would alter it directly here. Okay, so we've got this button. I'm going to go ahead and close that for now. That will stop it from debugging mode and bring it back to here. And I'm going to the design page again, and notice this is what it looks like now that we've made those changes. It says Windows with button and the click me. I'm just going to double click this. And notice that brought me to this main window.xaml.cs, and so into the actual code. And so here is C# code, make us feel comfortable again. And here is the public main Windows initialize component. This is what kicks off our program. Private void button click. So here is where if we were to click that button, it would go to look for code. And then if there was code in here, then it would do what was in the code. So I'm going to paste in some code. I want you to type it in, but I'm just going to paste in some code here real quick. And so I've said show message box when button is clicked. This is, of course, just a comment here. It has no function whatsoever except to tell us what's going on. And then I said message box dot show, and then in here I said hello, comma, Windows presentation foundation. And so I put that little bit of information in there so that when we click the button, that is what we should see. So let's go ahead and save this, and I'm going to hit the save button up here. And I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the solution. I'm going to watch that build down here in the output window. Notice it says rebuild. It's succeeded. And I'm going to come back up here and press the SDK sample button again. And here is my button once again. And this time, if I click it, aha, there we go. Hello, Windows Presentation Foundation. And so it built this because we told it, hey, if this button gets clicked, I want you to do this, okay? And so this is how we can control our program. This is how GUI operations work in a desktop situation. And we're going to do a little more of this. We're going to work with this later on in these videos. So I'll just go ahead and finish and save that. We're not going to be using this in the next video.